Uganda!
God, this is terrible.
Welcome to the party, pal. Your neighborhood master chaos here. It is Voyage to the Bottom of the Barrel, the Neil Breen super episode. I have a feeling Neil's going to take this episode down, so watch it now before it's too late. Neil's extremely careful with his product. As a matter of fact, I don't know that I can actually show you any clips from the movie itself. I'm not going to play any trailers or anything like that. I may have something special lined up a little later. It's a little, just as a little taste. If you don't know what the Neil Breen experience is, but for the most part, we're going to be dealing with photos. We're going to be dealing with the talking heads like usual here on Voyage. But we do have some special guests, and I'll bring them in a little later. But first, you know him, you love him. He has his own cult, Mr. Aaron Penn.
Hello, hello. This is a fun one. I've seen all the Neil Breen films, and I think after this, I'm going to be watching some more.
Okay. Interesting. I'm curious to hear your take on Breen, so hold on tight. Then the last official member for tonight, Blake is running late, and Lady Shasha won't be joining us for family reasons. She can't be here, unfortunately. She did send me her ratings. But the last official member for the moment is BC. Hello, BC.
Hey, how's everyone doing? Unlike Master Chaos and Cult or Cinema, Aaron, I have not seen all the Neil Breen movies. I've seen these two, and then I saw one action one where he's shirtless. What's the action one called again?
I mean, there's a lot of action ones.
Oh, really?
There's Double Down was his first
Double
movie.
Down is the one that I saw.
Okay.
Now, I'm not a big a fan as you guys of him. They're definitely terrible movies. You have to be in the right mood and patient with him to watch him, I guess.
Yeah, patient is a good word. Okay, so I have two special guests tonight. I'm very excited to have both of these gentlemen. First up, this is my magic buddy, and he's been on before. We haven't seen him in a minute, so I'm gonna bring him on right now, Mr. LD Madera.
Hey, MC. Thank you for having me here. I'm very excited to be here. This is actually my first Neil Breen experience, and boy, was this a doozy. But I'm happy to be here and be part of the party.
Awesome.
You know, when you say this is your first Neil Breen experience, you make Neil Breen smile. That's his natural human smile. So that you bring that out in him. Good job.
Well, as long as he keeps his shirt on, I'm okay.
Well, you're not a sexy lady that's 30 years his junior. So don't worry, you're safe. You're safe from any showers with him. Okay, last but not least, my other guest is a fellow screenwriter, filmmaker, and just become one of my new favorite pals. Because we've been hanging out a lot, and I thought, you know what? I got us project him some crappy movies. Mr. Dan Sinclair, what's up, bud?
What's up, man? Thanks for having me. This is not my first experience with Neil Breen. But it's the first time I sat through entire movies. I can usually make it for a couple clips and be like, "That's hilarious." This time I actually sat from start to finish, and that was tough.
Yes. Well, good. I'm glad that it wasn't not necessarily your first time, but at least you got to pay more attention to the artistry behind the Brainiac. Real quick, I do want to mention some of your credits. The movie that we met on, that you wrote, and a couple of my favorite actors worked on, Chemical Peel. Tell us about that. Is that still available?
Yeah, you can find that anywhere. Sometimes it just pops up on Tubi sometimes, but you can still buy the DVD, I believe, on Amazon, or you can download it on anywhere it's streaming. You can get it. It's out there.
Yeah, super fun movie. Very much like Cabin Fever, but not. It's really well made. And then one you wrote recently. Tell us about Dragon Soldiers.
Oh, that was pretty fun. It's another one both of these I was hired to write. They're not my thing, but hired to write the screenplays, and I wrote that. That was really fun because we shot the whole thing on location in Colorado, and sometimes we were way out there. We were on top of a mountain. We were out in the wilderness. It was really fun to shoot that movie.
Amazing. And both films directed by our buddy Hank Braxton. Go check those out. They are a hoot. Hey, look who popped in. Bullet Blake, everybody.
What's up?
Hey, man.
Sorry, I'm late.
I'm glad you could make it. I'm glad you're here. It wouldn't be the same without you.
Hey, I actually want to mention, Bullet, I did get a vape, but like I mentioned to Master Chaos, but I smoked it all in like 10 days. I don't know how long it lasts you. It wasn't a refillable one. It was a disposable one.
It all depends on what kind you get. This one I've had for a week, and it has over 100,000 puffs on it.
100,000? The one I got had 3,000 only.
Yeah, this one has 100,000 puffs. And I've had it for a week, and I'm down to 42,000 puffs left.
It tells you how much puffs are left?
Yeah, this one does. It's got a little, like, this is my puffs that are left, and there's my battery, and you can recharge it.
All right. Well, I don't want to digress from the episode, but I would just want to say I like to stick with the traditional fire and smoke.
Yeah, but you can't do that inside, bro.
Yeah, I know I can't.
Fire and smoke. Okay, very good. Well, thanks for sharing, BC. I'm glad that you experimented with those. Okay, folks, it is Neil Breen's episode. It is, this was a long time coming. I've been holding on to Neil Breen movies for a bit. They are perfectly, very much like the Polonia brothers. Neil Breen was kind of made for this. So, it's almost a no-brainer to do a Neil Breen episode. And I had to do Fateful Findings. It's the first Neil Breen movie I ever watched where I was like, I don't know what this is or who this man is, but I'm going to watch every piece of crap he makes. And I have. I've literally I've seen two of them in theaters. I just saw his new one, which, by the way, I know this is going to sound stupid. His new one is really bad. I mean, they're all bad, but they're all terrible. But his new one is like, dude, I think you've lost it. This is really bad.
But bad in what kind of way? Like, quality-wise, or the story was just he went out of his mind?
The story just makes so in the story, tangent for it's called Dire Duplicity. He plays a spy, Top Gun jet pilot, with a girlfriend that's like 20 years old, of course, and he has to take out assassins, but most of the movie is him sitting in a cockpit going like this, and like then it's pretending to be flying. I mean, the problem is it's boring. It's so boring and not interesting. And then there's a weird like David Lynchian twist that doesn't make any sense. It's a mess. But we can talk about putting a moratorium on Neil Breen at the end of the episode. If you don't want to do any more Neil Breens, he could be off the table because he might be too easy. But regardless, let's get the party started. I would like to start chronologically. So I Am Here Now is his earliest film compared to Fateful Findings. Is that okay with everybody if we do I Am Here Now?
Yeah.
Sure.
Sounds good.
I'm going to there's the poster, which I think it's the same people that Marvel uses to design the posters here. This is the plot according to Neil Breen, of course. Disappointed by its creation, the almighty being that created man arrives on Earth in a human form and interacts with various troubled, wicked, and sinful people on his journey to Vegas. Because where else would a robot alien Jesus go but Vegas? It's the perfect place to hang out. I Am Here Now. This movie, I think it was this was the third Neil Breen movie I watched, because after Fateful Findings, that led me down to his first movie, Double Down, which isn't as good. It's also on YouTube if you want to see it. It's free. Not as good. Just a little meandery, which I guess they all are. But I Am Here Now, I think, is the perfect crux of what I think Neil Breen thinks he is. And here's the thing. I've met him in person. I've heard him talk, and I'll speak about that later. But I do think he has a Messiah complex, because every movie he makes is him as the Messiah saving the world from whatever, gangsters, hackers, the government,
corporations.
But there's an asterisk to all that, which I'll get to a little later. Okay, I am here now. Let's kick it off with Blake. Opening thoughts, Blake.
Yeah, this I think for my letterbox, I just wrote that this was a low budget sacrilegious piece of shit. This I don't know how anyone could watch this on like real time. I sped it up to like 1.75. In fact, at one point I sped it up to like 2 times speed because then they sounded like they were actually like giving off the lines that they were saying like at normal pace. Every single one of his movies, it just pans. Why are they doing pan shots of desert and then pan shot of desert and then pan shot of desert for the first 20 minutes? Nothing happens in it. Nothing is I mean, you see him for like 2 minutes and then it's more mountains and fucking Party City spiders on toy skulls. It's terrible. It was awful. And like the random couple in the middle of the desert. What the hell is that? What I was so confused by the whole like changing to the Party City mask thing and then back to the Jesus in like a doctor lab coat. I'm pretty sure that was a lab coat doctor from Party City or Halloween City. That it wasn't even like a white robe. It wasn't even like the Jesus costume. It had lapels on it, for fuck's sake. It irritated me from start to finish. The movie just drags and drags, and it could have been done as a short and been done in about 3 minutes, and they could have done the same that they did with the accomplishment of, I don't know how long the runtime is, but even sped up, it was too long. The gunshots, don't shoot like the toy gun he has, which is obviously a toy gun. The no titties coming out of her shirt when her shirt is basically undone the whole time. Where the hell are the tits? It's like, like for real. Oh, and then it just drags and drags, and nothing really feels like it gets accomplished. Like he helps I'm gonna leave it and just cut it off there. The movie is garbage. It is garbage, ass, trash, garbage. I think it might be the worst movie we've watched this season.
Okay.
There's a good potential.
Wow.
I mean the season is just 2 episodes in, but yeah. Yeah, man. Dan, I said I wasn't gonna let you go next, so you can have more time to warm up. Do you want to go, or do you want to warm up?
Oh, sure, I can go next.
Okay, go ahead. Opening thoughts.
Yeah, opening thoughts. I think you're pronouncing the title wrong. It's not "I am here now." It's "I am here."
Oh.
Now. Right?
that really encapsulates.
There is an ellipses in there for a reason.
Right. That's
I
correct.
think. Also, I'm not going to disagree with anything Blake said because it's basically I feel a lot of the same way. But I will say this: I watched these 2 movies that we were going to review today back to back. It was a double feature. Okay. And one thing I learned: it's much easier to watch these movies with other people. My brother watched this one with me, and it actually went by kind of fast, and I had a good time with its awfulness because we could talk about it the entire movie and just the weird, stupid choices and just like whatever was going on. It was entertaining to laugh at together. He left, and I watched the second movie by myself, and that was torture. Not to mention, I think it was a whole half an hour longer or something like that too. But anyway, so that's one thing I learned about Neil. Also, what I think I learned is that he may be the secret love child of David Duchovny and Gary Shandling. I think. I don't know. Like that's. You go back to that picture that you started with. You can see it. I think.
Yeah.
Yeah. Like I said, I was very entertained. Yeah. See, there it is.
Yeah.
I was entertained but more by myself and my brother than what was actually happening. She brought up the titties. That whole pool scene where the two of them are in the pool, and the one girl bites it, like her head hits the side of the pool. I don't know if you noticed that. Like
yes.
She smashes her head on the back of the pool, and it just keeps going. But also, it's weird where he would find places where he put some kind of thought process into something, right? Because like they start out by taking their tops off and they're covering their tits. Like they're teasing the guy, like we're not going to show you them. We're not going to show you them. Then the next shot is them walking into the pool, which naturally what would be is they just turn around and they don't have to cover them anymore because they could walk into the pool like a normal person. But instead, he's like, well, I still can't show them. So what I'm going to have to do is keep their tits covered facing the guy and back into a pool, step by step, backwards into a pool, which I think that put their lives in danger. That was very short. He hit her head once. You know what I mean? Like, this woman could have died on the second scene. So that was that whole sequence was just like a work of art in horribleness, I guess.
Yeah,
But yeah. But yeah. Oh, and also my favorite. I forgot, 'cause like I said before, I had watched scenes before, but didn't realize my favorite of all time, of course, is hell yeah. Hi, Bueller. Damn. Wins. That's the greatest line delivery line of all time, I think.
Dude, you should audition for the next Breen movie, man.
Neil, don't take anything I say too personally, because I would love to do this. Preferably one or two scenes, maybe not the whole movie, but
right. That's yeah. Oh my God.
It was fun garbage. And again, but if I had done the reverse and watched the other one with somebody, this one would have been the torturous one, because it's hard to watch alone.
They all are. It certainly benefits from watching it in. I've seen like twice in theaters and I think feeding off that energy makes it much more palatable, because we're all shaking our heads at the same time, like, what the fuck is happening right now? Right. And it just makes it a party.
Yeah.
Real quick before we go to Lewis, OGP, what's up, buddy? Says, look at this group of badasses. Happy to have you here, man. Hope you're well. Brian Trash, howdy to you, bud. Brian and I actually met in person. He was at the Dire Duplicity screening, so that was cool. Good to see you, man. Fett says Neil Breen is actually part of the MCU, but he's the only part of the multiverse they don't visit.
Nice.
Yes, that's probably for the best. Montag says, good evening to those of chaos and those not of chaos. Very good.
Right.
Nice way to put it. Okay, LD, opening thoughts. I am here now.
Oh, boy. Well, like I said, this is my first dose of Breen, and like Dan, I did watch both movies back to back, and I watched them alone. Man, this was tough. Within the first 5 minutes of this film, I wrote down 3 questions, because these were the 3 questions that I was honestly asking myself. Is this Superman? Is this Jesus? Is this E.T.? Because I seriously could not tell. I found myself very confused. I will say, Dan mentioned the gangster that said, hell yeah. For me, that's the hero of the movie for me. I mean, that's the one clip I watched over and over again, because that's the one part where I had fun. And, it's funny. At one point I wrote down, maybe I'm just being too critical, but then I kept watching and I realized I'm not. For me, in many ways, this felt like one of those videos they showed to teenagers at Sunday school about what would happen if you lived a sinful life. And at one point, I even wrote down, my God, this is still not done. This is like a whole level of bad that I've never encountered before. And I've seen some bad in my time. I think the one redeeming thing about this for the whole movie is, I did like that there was the homeless guy that he helps out. I'm like, okay, well, that's one redeeming thing about the film for me. But man, I was confused. I was all over the place with this. And definitely from the 2 movies, I definitely understand what Neil Breen is. He wants to be the hero. He wants to be the savior, the Messiah, as MC said. But for me, it just kind of comes off as arrogant. But man. I agree with Blake. There were so many endless shots that just went on, and they kept repeating a whole lot of clearly stock footage that he found online, probably for free. There's that one thing of the guy putting the stacks of money, and they go to that like 10 times for some reason. And I've seen a lot of love-making scenes in my time, but I've never seen a love-making of just,
You're doing it wrong then, dude. That's
yeah, a lot more I could say, but those are my opening thoughts. Man, this was weird. I was so confused, and the ending of the film had me even more confused than the beginning. So those are my opening thoughts.
And LD and I, we grew up with Mystery Science Theater. Like this one, like Mystery Science Theater, like they would just be like, oh, "There's nothing we can do here. This is already, this is already ruined."
Train wreck.
Yeah.
Oh man. Oh, Doc Kaiju in the chat. What's up, buddy? He says, "Greetings, dear denizens of planet Dirt. It is I, the future alien overlord, Doc Kaiju. I'm glad you're here. Please be kind to us." Forgot to rewind. Says, "We don't watch ET around here. We watch Rack and Me." Hell yeah.
Nuki, I enjoyed better than Mac and Me.
No fucking way, dude.
Yes. If Nuki got a 4K, I'd get it.
You're the only one. Okay. No better time to pass it over to you, BC. Opening thoughts.
All right. Well, I can definitely agree with what everyone has spoken about the movie said so far. All those scenes, I liked. Was it Dan that mentioned walking backwards into the pool? That was so ridiculous. And the tease with the hand bra that went on way too long, and it looked like it was something like they had actually nice moves that I would appreciate, but Neil Breen says no, you're not gonna see them, and I'm like, oh no. Well, let me skim through my letterbox review.
Okay.
Painfully bad, self-indulgent, and repetitive dribble. It is about a godlike alien being. Now, I was like, is he like a Jesus android? Because he has the computer chips things in his body at the beginning. And then I said, wait a second. Like Blake said, sacrilegious. Does he have the stigmata or does he not have the stigmata? And I said, oh, he does. But then they disappear. So I think he wants to cram all the crazy crap that's in his mind about being a super lord godlike creature into this character. So he has to be Jesus, he has to be a Halloween alien, he has to be an android or a cyborg, and he has to have the power to create life. Gee, talk about pretentious and like Lois said, arrogance. Yes. What else do I have here? So he returns to Earth and try to help how it has disappointed him with violence, greed, widespread corruption. And I'll repeat what I was talking about. The only saving grace were the Hot Twins. Although lousy actors, they were at least pleasant to look at, and they seemed like genuinely nice people. The actresses, like if you met them in person, they seemed like they would be nice. I laughed at the alien pseudo-romance scenes with one of the twin girls.
Oh, yeah.
One of them has the alien tattoo on her back. No, the wings tattoo on her back, and the other one doesn't. And like LD was mentioning, the most awkward lovemaking scene in history has to be this one, where they're just what is it, Eskimo kissing with the nose.
Yeah.
He doesn't even give her a kiss. So I laughed at that. That made me laugh. I would have had a greater, more fun time watching this with an audience, as most of you have already mentioned. Like Fateful Findings, I saw when I visited Los Angeles to CMC, and he showed it to me. And I remember having a great ass time with that. The whole film is awkward. It has to be seen to be believed. What's up with the doll heads in the middle of the arid desert? Yes. And then towards the end, when he gets the top villains crucified, I mean, they're just like holding on to the wood. How hard could it have been to maybe like do a special effect with a nail through their hands in the
Well, that's how they
wood?
back in the day. He's going back to how they actually did it back in the time of Christ. He just kind of held up himself up there.
Yeah. They're just standing. They're not even like crucified. They're just holding the cross like that.
Hmm.
So ridiculous. I was disappointed with this movie. Would not watch it again. But as most of you know, my mind is bad. Like I don't retain information since I watched so many movies. So I actually went back and saw this movie again tonight, but not the whole thing. Like Blake, this time I had to fast forward some scenes that were just repetitive. Like and this happened in the beginning and the end. The cosmos scenes, the dolphins, the arid desert. There's like 10 minutes of that at the beginning and 10 minutes of that at the end. Not necessary, so I fast forwarded it, but I wanted to keep in my mind what happens in the story, so I kind of like went on faster speed watching this and fast forwarded through some scenes, and that's my opening thoughts.
Okay. Imagine how pissed the world would be if, like, guys, Jesus is coming. It's real, and everyone's like, oh my God, I can't believe we didn't pray or whatever. Oh my God, let's go meet Jesus, and then this guy shows up.
Yeah.
We're like, what the hell, dude? What are the other options? Okay. Aaron Pin, Cult of Cinema, opening thoughts.
This was the most painful of the two for me to watch. I've seen them all before. I watched these double feature like the other guys did, and I had more fun, I think, than some of you guys did. I watched these all before with my better half. We watched them together because we got a kick out of Neil Breen stuff. I'm an MST3K guy, but I think these would be perfect for Mystery Science Theater. It reminds me. Remember, did you guys do Champagne Bullets? John Hart?
No.
Okay,
No.
so that's kind of what this reminds me of. It's like this vanity project that but usually when somebody does a vanity project, it's one film, right? And it's something, okay, that's the movie that they did. He's made a whole career out of this. But I will say later, won't say right now, there's a reason that I kind of dig these a bit more. I think I got something different out of the ending than everybody else, so I think I'm totally wrong. But we see him like be this like kind of Christ like figure. And I thought, okay, so that's what he is. And I hadn't picked it up on it before. But at the end, when he has the thing attached to his chest, like the circuit board, almost it's robot like. So oh shoot, okay, so he's not. So he thinks he is, but he's actually this alien robotic thing that thinks he's godlike. I said, oh, that's a neat little twist. I didn't pick up on that before. I guess maybe I'm wrong, but that's one of the things I got out of it. He's got a thing where he almost shows nudity and doesn't. But he still shows nudity. Like we'll get to like the butt scene eventually, and he always puts actresses in there. Some that are kind of known, like the girl in the beginning. I'm sure I saw her in something else. I'm positive I've seen her in something else. The one in the car, like the one doing the drugs. She's in a Shutter movie. She was in at least one Shutter movie. I know she was, but I can't remember the name of it. One of those anthology ones that they did. But I don't know. This was definitely the most painful of the two. I found this one harder to watch this time than I did before. Probably because I'm watching it alone. But there were some scenes. Dan did it best. So I won't do it again because Dan just killed it. That sequence. I love them going back to the girl in the bed all the time. That was, yeah, that was like the twins that don't look anything alike.
No.
No.
I love this, that they both lose their jobs. At different times, they have the same job basically, and both times somebody loses their jobs. It's like, yeah, let's automatically go into sex work. Let's be a stripper.
Yeah.
Let's be a prostitute. I think I'm going to go become a car thief.
Makes perfect sense.
Being a car thief, I thought he was going to steal cars, but no, he's going to steal from cars. So he does like trailer.
Yeah.
But yeah, that's my opening thoughts.
Okay, very good. I am here now. quick aside, when I went to see Fateful Findings, I'd seen the trailer, and I'm like, oh my god, how is this a real movie? This has got to be a prank. This has got to be a joke. There's no way, because you know The Room. We've seen The Room, but Tommy Wiseau is such a weird dude, and like it kind of makes sense that he would make this movie. Well, he's like the sex symbol or whatever. But this movie felt so bizarre, like literally an alien made this movie. So we went to go see it. And he was gonna be there, and I'm like, man, people are gonna laugh at this thing. This movie made by a fucking alien. They're gonna laugh, and he's probably gonna like leave because he's sad because like people are like insulting his movie. Movie starts, packed audience, everybody's laughing their ass like, what the fuck? Oh my god! The audience, it's like the craziest audience. Everyone's like, we're looking around at each other like, did you see that? What's happening? What's going on? It was a fucking fun time, and I turned to my left in the back of the theater. Neil Breen standing in the back of the audience, just watching quietly. No reaction on his face, dead faced.
Wow.
And I'm like, damn, is he not realizing that? Does he think people are enjoying this? Because they're literally laughing at his art, his thing that he cares about. I know that would kill me. So anyway, the movie ends, and we're all like, I went with my wife, and I turned around, like, I feel so bad. Like what? He's gonna do a Q&A. What are people gonna say? Like, dude, what the fuck is wrong with you? What is this piece of shit? And so he comes up, hey, everybody, Neil Breen, round of applause. Luckily, everybody was very nice. We didn't want to be dicks, obviously. Everybody was very nice, and he comes up and goes, hi, yeah, so this is my film. Does anybody have any questions? Everybody had fucking questions. I mean, there was not one person like, no, I get it 100%. I know what you were going. We all had questions, but we didn't want to ask, like, what is this? What I don't understand. Is this a joke? Like, no one wanted to ask that. So one guy was like, excuse me. So your movie's about hacking and like government secrets. Is that like, are you really into conspiracy theories and stuff like that? And he has a little water bottle. He takes a sip and he goes, no, actually, I don't really know anything about hacking. Next question. What the fuck?
MC, you're talking about Fateful Findings.
Yes, I'm talking about Fateful Findings, but I'm painting a picture about Neil Breen as an artist.
Gotcha.
He goes, I don't know anything about hacking. And next question. And everyone's like, what the fuck? The whole movie's about him hacking the government secrets. And he literally says, I have no idea what that means. Okay. And then so other people sort of like, oh, how long did it take you to make? Oh, he did this and this and this. And if you notice the credits in a Neil Breen movie, he does everything. He's the caterer, transportation, whatever, legal services. He gives himself 8,000 credits. Now look, on an indie movie, yes, you do a lot. You do a lot of it. But you don't credit yourself as the fucking caterer. You don't credit yourself as the guy who picked up the actor at the hotel. Like, that's stupid, dude. Usually people make up names so that the crew looks bigger. Anyway, so they asked about that. Like, oh, so, we saw that you did a lot. Go, yeah, it's an independent movie, so I did this and this. What struck me the most was he was so boring of a human being. he didn't seem to get what his movie was about, but he still made this movie, and this is Fateful Findings, that was about, magic and government secrets and whatever and hacking. But it seemed like almost a message movie. But the messenger had no idea, hadn't read the memo. And so it was very, very bizarre. And then after seeing that, I went and tracked down the other movies, like I said, and I am here now. I forget how, I think I actually had to buy it from his website because you can't buy these normally. You have to get it from him. And he sells them for like $40 and they're fucking like DVD-Rs or whatever that he burns at home. And it's still stupid like little compact disc clear case. So it's a little cheapy, but whatever. You get it from him. You're supporting him. It's fine. This movie is so weird because it's such a message movie. It's so message heavy. Oh, mankind is treating the environment bad. Mankind is treating themselves bad. I don't even know, honestly, if Neil Breen is religious. That doesn't seem to have ever come up in any conversations that we've seen. So I don't know what his approach was.
I'm gonna guess not.
I'm gonna guess not. Mainly because he can't decide on what the fuck he is. Is he God? Is he like BC said, a Halloween alien? Is he a super advanced robot that for some reason has like fucking exposed circuit boards? What the fuck kind of stupid design is that? What robot from the future or whatever would have exposed circuit boards? So stupid. I feel like this movie has a message, but I don't know what it is. Is it just be good to each other? Is it, is this some kind of weird cult recruitment movie? It's unclear. I know it's not that because this guy's still making shitty movies, but it has that stink, like something you would see, like, hey, welcome to Jonestown. Come and check out our movie. Like it kind of has that vibe. It's absolutely a mess, and I think that's what kind of makes it a beautiful disaster. Badly written, badly acted, badly directed, incredibly awfully edited. And guess what? Neil Breen did all of that. He is 100% responsible. He is an auteur with a God complex, because this is, across every movie he's made, he is the ultimate badass. There's a series of movies. There's a trilogy. I think it's a trilogy where he plays twin brothers. One is good and one is bad. How do we know one is bad? Because he has a goatee and a hoodie. So we know that's the evil twin. And he has magic powers, and maybe one day we'll revisit that. But as a movie about a so-called savior coming back to Earth to help mankind, let's discuss how he saves mankind, because this is an important distinction this movie makes. Like, okay, so he's coming to check out mankind. There's two sisters. They lost their job, so instead of, like, I don't know, going to like the want ads or looking on Google Jobs or something, they go, let's sell our vaginas to businessmen, because that's the next option. As Aaron said, sex work is absolutely plan B all the time. I mean, filmmaking, Dan, is basically pretty close to prostitution at this point for us.
Sadly, yes.
But yes, yeah. So how is Neil Breen going to save us? Well, I made notes here. This is how Neil Breen will save the world. By waving his hands around and making a few people bleed from their eyes, then helping a wheelchair guy get a closer look at the "Welcome to Vegas" sign, and that's pretty much it. That's pretty much all he does. And then that old man, he turns young and gives him legs and says, "Hey, go hook up with that prostitute lady now." It's, to say it's wrong-headed would be honestly not saying enough. This is a profoundly misguided and stupid movie, and the fact that now I know Neil Breen literally doesn't have a thought in his head, it's even more of a special piece of garbage, because it's not even trying to say anything. It's just a movie that he thinks sounds cool and he wants to look cool doing. But when you have sequences like the backing into the pool, covering your breath. Oh, by the way, I should show. I got my Breen merch. I'm one of the few to have some Breen merch in the house. I wear this on Sundays, my special Sunday shirt.
You were to the movie last week.
I wore it to the movie because we were going to do the show, and I go, well.
Oh, right.
So I was like, all right, and that was a Sunday.
Yeah.
In Neil Breen's cinema, there's nothing like it. And this is the kind of stuff that I would have hoped we would have gotten from Tommy Wiseau. And technically we did. He only made one other movie after The Room. That hasn't come out yet. But I Am Here Now is a perfect example of not only a vanity project, but basically how not to make a movie, or how not to star in a movie, how not to star, write and direct, produce, edit, and be the caterer on a movie and look like an absolute fucking buffoon. Because he does, unfortunately. Those are my opening thoughts. Blake, we're going to go around. Final thoughts, ratings, spoil the movie, whatever you want to do.
Yeah, I mean, everyone's pretty much capitalized on the movie itself. I tried watching it with the old lady. Like, we were like, we put the kid to bed, laid down in bed ourselves, and put it on the TV. And I was like, this is for Voyage. And sometimes she'll watch them. Sometimes she will watch them. So we got, like I said, about 15 minutes into this one, and like with the droid panels on her arm, she just does one of these, yeah, I'm going to bed, and she rolled over and she wasn't interested anymore. She was out, completely checked out at that point. There was just so much annoyance in this movie. When they do the heroine in on the back of the truck, he literally just shoves the needle right into his arm. He doesn't fucking pull a vein or nothing. He's just like, and then there's like blood just gushing out. Like, bro, the needle, and they didn't even show the needle go into his arm. because that would have hurt like a son of a bitch, like going straight in. And then the scene where he's driving, okay, he's driving in a truck. I think it's about 10 minutes long. I don't know for sure because I had it on double speed at this point, and he's just driving. It's very reminiscent of like, what's that fucking ScarJo movie where she eats a piece of cake for like 7 minutes. I swear, under her skin or under the skin or whatever it is.
Alien.
She eats a piece of cake at the table for what feels like an eternity. And I don't care if it's ScarJo eating it. She's not naked at the time. She's not doing anything other than chewing pieces of cake. It's like, okay, I can't stand this. And then they show like buildings. Then they show him driving. Then they show the same buildings. Then they show him driving. Then the same. Then that happens over and over in this movie. The panning in this movie is insane to me. It's so annoying. So annoying. Also, he sucks. The editing sucks. Everything sucks. The movie sucks. It's 0 barrels for me. This movie is dog shit.
I don't blame you. Killer Broadcast in the chat. What's up, Mel? Hope you're well, buddy.
The one twin was really hot, though. I'll say that.
Which one? the one with the baby? The fake baby?
The one with darker hair.
Gotcha. Yeah, one of them had a baby, and of course in the wide shot, because of course Neil doesn't pay attention, you can see it's a clear plastic doll in the thing. Stupid.
What is with the baby heads? Like,
well,
they show that dead rose or whatever, and then they show it sticking straight up.
This whole sequence with this woman hiring and firing people was just completely pointless. You have to read the 700-page dissertation that explains the baby heads. Like, I can send it to you if you want to.
There's a scene where 3 women are like talking, and I had it at double speed, and I was like, wait, how does this sound normal? So I slowed it down to normal, and it feels like they're just reading right off the script. It's awful. It's a terrible movie. Terrible movie.
They probably are. Okay, Dan, final thoughts and ratings.
Okay, so final thoughts. Yeah, it was, like I said, it was a little more fun to get through this one than the other one just because people were watching with me. And his characters seemed to actually accomplish what he set out to do, because I remember there were like empty crosses at the beginning, right? Exactly 7. And he went out and got those exact 7 guys that all hang out at the same building. Whether there was the corrupt politician, the sleazy lawyer, the pimp, the gangs, they all hang out together and do bad stuff. So he was able to get them all at the same time, I guess. And he fixed the world by getting those 7 guys. But I mean, I give it like maybe 1.5 barrels because of that line that I love. I'll probably give it that. Yeah.
Okay. All right. 1.5.
Yeah.
All right. I thought this would be straight zeros, but it's okay. You enjoyed it enough because hell yeah, I'd do her.
The line and the delivery of that line, give it enough that I would watch that scene again.
Yeah. You know what makes that scene so much better is that it was clearly shot, sort of not even within the same time frame. He just probably like, hey, stand there, say this line. Okay, good, cut. That was pretty much it.
Yeah.
Ridiculous. And so Dan, you would be okay getting a role in a Neil Breen film?
Yes, but again, just for a scene or two. I don't know that I could put even as the actor, if I was getting paid, which I don't even know if he pays people in these movies, I don't know that I could put up with a full like however long he takes for a shoot. I can only imagine. I would hope it's not a long time, but still, even not a long time. At any time with Neil Breen probably feels like a long time. So a scene or two, yeah, I'd love to have a scene or two.
There was a time where I was considering doing a documentary on behind the scenes on a Neil Breen movie. Like, how the hell does this guy film a movie? But then I was like, I mean, ultimately it's gonna be me going, this guy makes crappy movies. How does he make crappy movies? And I felt like, that's doesn't feel like the right vibe. So I didn't approach it. And I don't know if he'd be open to it or not. But those interested in filmmaking tips from Neil, he does sell a $500 course, which is not only includes his movies, but it's and I'm so tempted. It's a video of him giving filmmaking tips, and it is I've seen some footage of it online, and it is like I mean, I need to get my hands on it, but I'm not paying exorbitant price for that. Oh, it's incredible. LD, closing thoughts, rating.
Well, I'm sure the majority of that video is him looking at you going. I have to say this because after I watched this movie, before I watched the next one, I had to Google Neil Breen because I was just so curious about this guy. And I swear this is absolutely true. There was actually a question that was asked on Google, is Neil Breen self-aware? And Google's answer was, it's unclear.
Wow.
I swear that's true. I swear I saw that. But anyway, so much of this did not make sense to me. At one point, one of the sister's boyfriends, who I assume is a boyfriend, the guy who becomes a car thief, he gets shot or stabbed. I don't remember which one. And then she sees, and the very first thing she says is, "He was so young." Yeah. I'm like, what are you, 75? Anyway. But yeah, I'm giving this half a barrel. And the only reason why I'm giving it half a barrel is because of just two things. One, I did like that he was helping the homeless man, but it was weird that now the homeless man is young and he says, okay, go with that woman and have a nice life, and okay. And again, the hero of the movie is Mr. Hell yeah, I do her, So those two things are the only reason why I'm giving it half a barrel. But I mean, man, so weird, so ridiculous. The weird alien mask, MC and BC, it reminded me of when we played that board game, Atmosphere, if you remember back in the day. That's exactly. He looks exactly like the gatekeeper. This looks like the gatekeeper to me. That's what it reminded me of. And the fact that so much doesn't get explained here, it's just there, But just half a barrel for me for this. And the only thing I would watch again is just my favorite gangster, Twins. Damn, that's the only thing that I'll watch again and again. But yeah, that's it. Half a barrel for me.
Okay. That is true. That does look like the was it the Keymaster? What was it? The Gatekeeper?
The Gatekeeper, yeah.
Okay, DC.
Yes, I forgot to mention my favorite line from this film, which was when the corrupt businessman / lawyer / whatever they decide to do, because Neil Breen doesn't get into details. He just says, a general overview. And they said, "Oh, we have a Thanksgiving reward for you. It's gonna come to your house, and it's the twins." And he's there in his shirt, and he says, "Oh, double my pleasure." That was my favorite line.
Yeah.
From that. And I wrote it down on my notes, and so I wouldn't forget. Double my pleasure. I was so jealous of that guy. But okay, you filmmakers, Master Chaos and Dan, when they're facing him, if they don't want to be nude, do they put something like on their nipples so they don't, or are they nude in front of the actor?
Well, I mean, Dan, I don't know if you've had to experience that on set. I've actually never had to do nudity on set, so I don't know. Dan, do you have any experience?
Actually, you did in Whaley House. There's that. Of one of the characters.
Yeah, that's true. But it was the producers wanted boobs, and we got a girl who showed her boobs. So, but in terms of like hiding it, I don't know, Dan, if you know what the protocol is.
In Chemical Peel, the Lacey was in the shower scene. We put pasties over her nipples, and then she wore not see-through, but like skin-colored panties. But what happened was when the shot in the movie, it looks like she doesn't have a butt crack. Because there is like a sheen where it's like you see it and it's like, oh, it just looks like she has like an ass but with no crack in it. So it looked pretty awful.
I'm forgetting that the name was the Linnea Quigley movie where she's naked all the time. Is the Return of the Living Dead?
I mean, there's every movie she's in.
Every movie she's done. Nightmare Sisters.
Well, where the producers or the director didn't want to show her pubis, so they put something a prosthetic, and it looked incredibly awkward. The one where she's a punk.
Yeah, that's Return of the Living Dead. I know.
Living Dead. Yeah.
Yeah, and that Trash.
Trash,
Yeah, that's her name. Yeah, I have the movie and I've seen it. I mind for it. But the corrupt businessman, double my pleasure. I would be so happy if I was him because it's true. It's you're getting two for the price of one. For free for no price. It's like Thanksgiving, and I love how he keeps saying, "Oh,
Thanksgiving.
just keep, keep the girls coming, keep the drugs coming, keep the money coming, and I'll do whatever you want to say." He was my favorite corrupt businessman in the film.
Mhm.
Um, I also the fact that he's created and he kind of like wants to do a sex scene with his creation. That's kind of weird. But in a Neil Breen movie, I guess because and at first I thought that it was a dream because when he's with her in the mask and with the Eskimo kisses with the nose, then he wakes up in the van and why doesn't he rent a hotel? And why doesn't he change his shirt, which has like two rips across the shirt? I know he got it from one of the characters in the beginning, but he could have. Why keep that in the film? Why even have that? And as Blake was saying the heroin scene, other than I don't know nothing about how heroin is how to do it, whatever. But I don't think blood is supposed to come out.
Not unless
So-
it's really infected.
Oh man. So anyway, my barrel rating would be 1 barrel because I dug the girls. They were so hot that even the guy on the bicycle fell over when he was looking at her. I thought that was silly. And they seem nice. And it's funny how at first she's like, "Oh no, I have a kid. I can't get into sex work." And then it's like the next scene, she's at, oh, we're talking about, okay, so Neil Breen wants to put a seedy, I'm guessing, like a rational person, a seedy neighborhood. Why not have it like spray painted? But he has like a Hurricane Katrina came through it. And it's just that's where the gangsters and the thugs hang out. I mean, I don't think anybody's living in those places, but that's where they decide to hang out. I mean, why not have like your traditional graffitied up sleazy neighborhood with a liquor store in one corner, whatever, Anyway,
much
so
work.
Where's the
one,
budget?
that's right, 1 barrel.
1 barrel. Okay. Aaron Pin.
See, I thought this was entertainingly bad. There's like some great like bad lines. Not my ear. I thought it was going to be like the Black Knight scene in Monty Python. It was going to start cutting off like parts of their body and keep going with that. Only did 2 parts, which was a shame because that would have been such a good, beautiful scene. 2, for those sequences because they are brilliantly, hilariously bad. It's not a good film. It's a bad film. It's a horrible film. But I could watch those sequences again. I don't know if I could watch the whole thing again. This is like my 4th time watching this film. And it is by far, even with the latest Neil Breen one out, this is my least favorite Neil Breen film. It's my least favorite Neil Breen film. It's not as incompetent as his first one, Double Down, because that is just go watch it, guys. It's really bad. It makes this one look really good, actually. But yeah, the hilarious mask, which atmosphere, which I think is called Nightmare here in Canada, actually. But there were so many of this that I got a kick out of for the wrong reasons, not for the reasons that he wanted it to be. But I also, by the way, want that how to film. We actually looked at it after we started watching Neil Breen films during when everybody was locked in, right? Me and my better half said, "Oh, he's got a how to make movies like thing. We got to get that." Then we saw the price. So I guess we don't do it after all, but it will be hilarious to own, right? That, and it's just so it is so Breen, and I Champagne and Bullets. We got to do that, by the way. Just saying. Oh yeah, but yeah, this one here 2.
Okay.
2? You're going with 2?
I'm going with 2.
Yeah.
Reluctantly, I want to go 1.5, but I just want to. I'm going to go 1.5. We'll go 1.5. We'll go there.
1.5. Okay. Okay.
At least it's not Polony. I can't do Polony again. I love Brother Chaos, but man, I can't.
Oh my god, you cannot compare this to Polonia. Polonia
You're
are
right.
artists.
This is more fun.
No, this is
Oh, yeah.
painfully bad. Polonia. Have you seen the early Polonia films, Channel 13, and a few of the other ones when John was still alive?
I'm a masochist, so yes, I have.
Oh, okay. I don't. Well, agree to disagree.
Of course.
I'm trying to find the course online. It's 5 hours and 40 minutes.
By the way,
Yes.
Aaron, are you on Letterboxd?
I am, but I don't use it very often. I
Oh,
actually
okay.
kind of watch a movie and I'm like, oh, I should letterbox this, and then I go and watch something else.
Okay. All right.
I should.
Okay,
I'm lazy.
gotcha.
I'm lazy with it.
Because Master Chaos turned me on to Letterboxd, and to put short reviews, even if they're just like a little paragraph, so you remember. Because we watch so many movies that sometimes you forget. Oh, did I watch this? Like I was watching. I don't recall what movie it was, and oh yes, it was Wood Chipper Massacre, and I was watching it, and I thought it was my second time watching it. I'd logged it in 3 times. I'd seen it 3 times. I didn't know that. So Letterboxd helps my memory out. And if you watch more than one film a day, it's free. You don't have to become a patron. But yeah.
Very good. Real quick from Weston Warner. Every Neil movie, there has to be a truly uncomfortable actress trying her best. That's how you know it's quality. I want to share this. Apparently, it's on YouTube. It's 5 hours and 40 minutes. As you can see, he's sitting there and he's giving you tips on how to do really good acting.
I gotta watch that.
So yeah, Dan, you should probably invest in that. That's at least
I want to do really good acting. I don't want to do what I've been doing. So
yeah, you got to learn from the master.
Yeah.
Fed says that's right. BC, agree to disagree. Agree that the Polonia movies suck. Disagree that they're any good at all.
No, Fed.
Okay, Lady Shasha was not able to join us, but her rating was 0, and I can only. Oh, she sent me a picture. Oh, I can't use it. Basically, oh no, Faithful Findings. It was for something else. So I'm gonna try and prep that. 0 for her. For I Am Here Now. She was not a fan. As for me, I am also not a fan. It is a 0 for me. It's the kind of movie that as opposed to Faithful Findings, which I genuinely enjoy, and it's a movie that I will return to many times, because I just think it's a masterful piece of cinema, and it makes me it fills me with joy every time I watch it. This movie does not. This movie is the opposite of that. Again, I think I just go back to the fact that it feels like he's trying to say something. He has some kind of agenda, but knowing how empty he is as a filmmaker makes this a frustrating watch. Ugly movie. From location wise, the fucking destroyed buildings that apparently all the gangs in Las Vegas hang out at. The subplot with the sex work that is completely unnecessary. The fact that he literally had no plan for this movie except I want to be Jesus, and he failed spectacularly. Just it tells you the kind of movies that this man makes. 0 for me. For I Am Here Now, and luckily at the end he leaves. So spoilers. He does not hang around. But luckily that guy in the wheelchair got to see the sign a little closer. So good for him. Moving on. This is to me it's a white whale, and I'm so glad to be discussing it with you guys. This is Fateful Findings from 2012. A computer scientist novelist reunites with his childhood friend, hacks into government databases and faces the dire and fateful consequences of the mystical actions mystical actions he obtained as a child. That doesn't even make any sense.
Mystical actions.
So basically, Neil Breen is Jesus again, but he's super smart. He's super magical. He can hack really good. He owns 20 laptops, and both these girls that went to college with his daughter are in love with him. So there you go, Fateful Findings. To truly paint a picture of what this movie is, I do have a clip. Here's a little treat for you. This is my favorite. Well, there's a lot. This movie's chock full of incredible moments, but this to me was the moment that it showed up in the trailer. I'm like, I need to own this and make this part of my life.
Oh my God.
I'm not ready for this.
So that's all you needed to know about Fateful Findings. That's literally the cliff notes of this movie. Anything
Those
in that
are the
office.
best scenes.
Yeah, anything in the
those are the
office.
best scenes.
I really hope those weren't expensive laptops.
I'm
They
guessing
look
he got
fake.
them at a. Oh well, no, I think they're real. I think he just got them at like a thrift store for like $2 or something.
Oh,
Yeah, they had like a
okay.
floppy like drive on the side of them, so they're pretty old.
Very old.
Okay.
Okay. Fateful Findings. I'm gonna skew the review a little bit. I think it's a masterpiece. I may be alone on that. Aaron, go ahead. Let's
You
start
know,
with you.
this is his film. This is the film that, like, if you're gonna watch one Neil Breen film, this is the one. This is the best one that he's done. The twin one is good too. That's a future one. The twin one, my God. But yeah, he hates computers, obviously. And that sequence where he finds his friend who's been killed, you know, that is some of the best lines I'm gonna say. So listen, I can't believe you committed suicide. I cannot believe you committed suicide. How could you have done this? It's a wonderful.
I can't help you, man. Sorry, I can't help you.
Yeah, it's like
Yeah.
now if he was the other guy, I guess he could help. You could have like put him back to life afterwards. But of course, after he went through all the pain, because that's what he does in the first movie, right? But this is so cool. I mean, like, there's the hacker sequences where he's talking about the fact that he's hacked the national and the international.
Yeah.
And there's this like girl that's supposed to be someone that he grew up with. They're supposed to be the same age. They show them at the beginning of the film,
Right.
and he sees her again years later. She's a doctor. She's like 30 odd years younger than he is. So that bracelet works really well for her, I guess, because she makes a magic bracelet, which they show in every sequence. There's a wonderful scene with a young girl who obviously, because everybody else falls in love with Neil Breen, she's got to fall in love with him too. So she gets like topless in the pool, which we don't see because we don't see in any of his films. And then she gets in the shower, and there's this wonderful sequence after he gets her to leave, where he's like, go home. Where his wife comes, and she's like, what happened? Oh, nothing. She was over in the pool today. She was swimming, and she was topless, and she tried to take a bubble bath, and I had her go home, and she can't come up. So they call the mom, and there's the best friend whose eye level is at breast level the entire time, so that you're like, okay, this is why I'm going to shoot him, because he can't seem to get above their breast in any sequence that he's in. It's brilliant. It's brilliantly bad. This is his magnum opus. This is his masterpiece, his disaster piece, whatever. But yeah, I get a kick out of this movie. That's my opening thoughts.
Okay, I'm glad to hear that. BC.
Okay, I'm gonna read a little bit off my letterbox. This is a fun bad movie if you're patient with it. It really is like two films in one. The first is about the magic of young love and how it endures. And the second is about computer science researcher who has decided to employ his talents in unearthing government and corporate secrets and crimes. And I like how Breen liked to add a little bit of drama, like real life drama, into his film. So he had a character that's playing his wife be addicted to pain medications, and then he had the whole where she lost it And did she kill her husband on purpose, or was it did the gun go off and by mistake?
I think she was drunk and she shot
She was
him.
shooting the car, and he got in front of the car.
Yeah.
Oh, okay, there you go. So that happens, and then tragically, their daughter or stepdaughter sees that, and I think she tells Neil Breen about it. I don't remember what his reaction was.
You have to
But,
call the police. You have to tell the police. Go to the police.
Yes. Neil Breen, writer, director, protagonist. Now, those things, writer, director, protagonist, in all of his films, not just these two. Had a vision. Well, I wrote my review before I had this conversation with you guys right now, but I put he had a vision and uses filmmaking in a unique way to tell what is in his heart. Not a good film, but can be enjoyed for its poor acting, ridiculous script, and directing. Breen flicks are unusual, idealistic, and mystical, and dare I say, magical for the right audience. And I think that fits perfectly with Fateful Findings. I've seen 3 Neil Breen flicks, and this one is my favorite. It'd be hard to top. And then I remember Master Chaos, your wife's favorite line in this movie. No more books. No more books.
No more books, which they didn't have in that clip for some reason. But yeah, no more books is literally there. I almost bought a T-shirt with him holding a book saying no more books.
Nice.
And
it was so funny when they're trying to have like you know how a sex scene or the prologue to a sex scene where they're ripping each other's shirt off, and he's just throwing paper in the air to make it look more dramatic, and he has the biggest smile on his face, bigger than the one you posted before. He's like throwing paper in the air, knocking down laptops, knocking down books. Doesn't he realize he has to pick that up later and organize it? I mean, he's a hacker. He's getting, yeah. But he was so happy in that scene, and well, those are my opening thoughts.
He wasn't thinking with his big brain. He was thinking with his little brain.
Right, right.
Cleaning up is for the big brain. Speaking of sex scenes, my favorite sex scene is when he just comes out of the hospital and he's got the bloody bandage on his face.
Oh,
yes. And they're in the shower, like, dude, you should probably take that off.
And I noticed that when he was in the hospital, he had the oxygen mask over the bandages.
Yes.
So how could he get oxygen into his nostrils or into his mouth when he had the bandages? Stupid. Yeah, I know. But he had two. He had the mask, and he had the little string that goes under your nose.
He knows enough that he thinks he knows everything, and I think that's what makes it so special.
Yes, yes. You know, it makes me want question: is he a good architect? Because that is his real job. That's where he gets most of the funding for his movies. I wonder if a Neil Breen building or whatever he works at. Do any of you guys know what architect-wise?
I don't. Like, I thought he was a real estate guy.
Oh, real estate? I read somewhere architect. I could be wrong. You know more than I do, so I'll take your word for it. Real estate.
Neil Breen started his career as a real estate agent and architect, so both.
Oh, architect
and hacker.
And hacker.
Superpowered savior of the human race.
Yes.
And expert in medical procedures and things like that. So it's very good. Weston says that's a very generous review, BC.
Oh, yeah.
LD.
I'm gonna write what I actually wrote down as I was watching this, and I think MC will appreciate this. I'd rather be watching The Greasy Strangler.
Oh!
Ouch.
This movie pissed me off so much. And the reason why I got pissed off is because from the beginning, I felt like there was a potential that this could be something. And then Neil Breen just can't get out of his own way. And so we just go into bonkers town. First off, there's a lot of shots of feet in this movie. I don't know why.
Oh.
There's a lot of like random, let's go to these people's feet and let's go to that person's feet. I felt like there was some potential here. In the beginning of the film, he's walking down the street and he's on the phone with his wife, and his wife is responding as if he's saying anything, but he's clearly not saying a word at all. I am curious how he pulled off getting hit by the car, because
it's CG.
that looked kind of real.
It's
What was
just
that?
it's a simple CG trick.
Okay. I thought there was a lot of potential with how, you know, the friend from years ago is the doctor that's taking care of him. But then it just goes into weird, crazy town. So many weird things that I just did not understand. He asks his wife to get him his pills, and so he gets the pills. He just looks at him and he goes, "You know what? I don't need these anymore." And just then why the fuck did you ask for them? You know.
I know.
I wanted to learn more about the Rock, because the Rock is set up to be like a big anchor point for the film, but that's just something that he holds. And then his friend gets shot by the wife, and his wife dies, and then he's depressed, and I actually just yelled, "Use the fucking Rock! You got a rock that helped you. You can use the Rock right now to heal your friend." "No, man, I can't get you out of this one." Fuck you, man. What the hell's wrong with you? You know, I got so upset by this film. It's like, what are you doing? God, and there's one point where his wife wants to hang out, and he says like, "Go away, I have to work." And literally the next shot is them sitting on the couch together going, "I'm sorry I pushed you away." It's like, oh, geez. I wanted to know who the man in black was, and why he's able to magically appear and disappear and then all of a sudden just bleed for no reason. I've never seen a psychotherapy session that's held in a boardroom. I really didn't care about the other couple. You know, I found that the problems they were having were just freaking annoying. It was weird to me that he's telling his wife Jim's suicide wasn't her fault. Well, no shit, you weren't there. You know, so no shit, it wasn't your fault. I also noted that he clearly doesn't like books. And it's so weird that you know, he sees his childhood friend after all these years, and then immediately, clearly, there's like no struggle. "Oh yes, my old childhood friend. Yes, I want to have sex with you. Yes, let's go into the middle of the woods and have like a weird thing where we take each other's shirts off and just like look at each other strangely." But it's like there's no internal struggle with that. So, "Oh, but I'm married. Should I be doing this?" No, none of that. Just, yep, this is what I want to have happen. I felt like this film did not understand what it wanted to be. That kidnapper is the lousiest kidnapper I've ever seen. And the kidnapper makes no point. And then he saves the girl by walking through the wall. And at that moment, I wrote, "I'm fucking done. I'm fucking done." And you know, the ending is, and I don't know if this is a spoiler or not, but I frankly don't care at this point. That's how mad I am at this film. First of all, you know, how is he getting a whole round of applause by saying, "I've hacked into the government's secrets"? Why are people going to applaud about that? And then there's a sniper in the bushes, and the sniper's about to shoot him, but someone else shoots the sniper, and he just has this satisfying look on his face. "Yep, wasn't me, it was you." And we don't see who shot the sniper or why. I was so mad because in the beginning, there was a lot that could have been done right. And here's another thing, going back to the damn Rock, at some point it disappears. And then he's given his speech, and he reaches into his pocket, and it's back. Well, why the fuck did it have to disappear? And why didn't you use the damn rock to fix everything? My God, you could tell my feelings on this. So yeah, I mean, this film made me angry because I felt like there could have been something. There really could have been something, but he wants to have a weird magical day and shoot people's feet and be the Messiah. So yeah, those are my opening thoughts about this film.
Okay, well, I'm glad you're so passionate about it. I love it. Dan, opening thoughts.
Yeah, so I'll preface it by saying, as I did earlier, that this is the first one I watched all by myself and had to watch all by myself. I wished I had watched this with somebody else because I felt like I was being tortured. I literally felt like I was being interrogated and they're trying to get facts out of me, and they were like, no, keep watching this because you have to watch this. And there's so many different storylines going on that I didn't understand. Like, just the fact that they have the childhood thing, right? And he finds this woman who's the doctor later. They're like, oh, okay, so that's going to be connected. Then like the movie goes on for like a half an hour at least or something like that before that, or she even comes back. It's like all these other things going. These neighbors that they're having problems, and their daughter and they're naked swimming and taking showers, and then the wife being addicted to the pills, and and then he was a writer who didn't want to write anymore. Then he's like, now I'm a hacker, and I have 25 computers that are never turned on, but I can still type on them even though they are off and there's nothing on the screen. Yeah, and that's it. Yeah, that's how you hack.
Yeah.
that's the move every time. It's
yes.
And that's how you get all the government secrets. And then so by the time she comes back and and he has the rock, and it turns like into a wannabe David Lynch kind of thing, I guess, going like his version of a David Lynch movie. And I didn't understand and at that point what was going on. And I really was just forcing myself to watch it. Like, I didn't have any fun with this whatsoever. Like, I hated it. But again, it might have been because I had to watch them both back to back and it was by myself. But like, this was a really, really painful experience for me. I'm actually scarred for life about
I'm glad to hear it. That's part of the job of Voyage movies, is to damage us forever. So good. I'm glad I was able to give you that.
Thank you. Thank you so much.
Show us the hacking one more time so people at home can pick it up.
This is how you hack.
It's that easy, folks. That's easy. Go ahead and start hacking secrets, and then you two can stand in front of some random monument and hold a press conference, which is important. Blake, go ahead.
Yeah, this movie fucking sucks ass. All right. Everything has brought this movie up a bunch of times. Honestly, in the years I've known him, he has mentioned this at least 5+ times, and it does not hold up to his praise of this film. It is garbage. It is so ass. I watched the other one first, and this one I thought was gonna be like, better because it's later, and like usually filmmakers progress, but I didn't get that at all. I think he's just awful. He's awful, and he's not Tommy Wiseau. Tommy Wiseau is actually like a character that you actually like, I don't know, gravitate to. Like, I want to support him. I own his boxers. I like Tommy Wiseau. And MC does too. And this is not even on par with that. Like, The Room, I have probably seen over 20 times, 3 times in the theater. Actually, I love The Room, and this is not even so bad it's good. The top row here is insane. Y'all are crazy. Okay? Every single one of you. This was a bad movie with all the same shit from the last movie. Just terrible timing, terrible editing, terrible acting, terrible everything. It was awful. I'm hard pressed to say which one was worse because they were both just absolute shit. That's the best word. Like, I think in my letterbox I said I could make a better movie on my phone and edit with CapCut and make a better movie than this. It is awful. Whew. Terrible. So those are my opening thoughts. It's everyone's covered everything else, and I mean, like, don't listen to the top row. It's bottom row for life, guys. The bottom row knows what we're talking about. These guys are blinded by something. Like, it doesn't make any sense to me how you can think that this is so much better than the other movie. Like, it's just insanity. Okay.
When I watched this again for the show, I actually watched it, introduced it to my children.
Oh God!
Me and my wife talk about it all the time, and we're like, "You guys gotta watch it."
You talk about it all the time, bro.
And then they're like, then they knew going in it was gonna be bad, so we had a good time watching it. And then they enjoyed it for what it was, which is to me, this is a piece of outsider art. This isn't a movie. Okay, this is not a movie. This is not even a vanity project. This is a fever dream that this guy somehow paid for and made come to life. Maybe AI isn't that bad. No, I'm kidding. I mean, it's compared to. Look, I'm always going to gravitate to honest art, and again, I don't know where Neil Breen falls. But to me, I feel he really wants to be a filmmaker. Clearly, he hasn't stopped. Tommy Wiseau, I think he just wanted the fame. That's why he made the one movie. It didn't work out. And then it wasn't until later that everyone was sort of laughing at it that he went along with the gag. And he just made another movie, but he's holding on to it. And it's only in theaters, so I don't know if we'll see it. It's about a shark. It's not good. But again, I mean, it's a bigger movie than The Room, which is kind of crazy. But anyway... clearly Neil Breen wants to be a filmmaker. Clearly, and one of the 2 Q&As I saw him at, they asked him, "What filmmakers are you interested in? Like, what's your favorite filmmaker? What are you inspired by?" And again, I'm paraphrasing because I don't remember the exact wording, but he basically said, "I don't really watch movies. I don't really have anybody, just myself." And I thought, what a strange thing to say. Like, every filmmaker has a filmmaker they liked. And then I remember hearing a conversation with Werner Herzog. Werner Herzog, for those of you who don't know, famous foreign filmmaker, has done some incredible films, documentaries, and things like that. And they asked him, "Who do you like? Who's your favorite filmmaker?" And he goes, I don't watch any films. I only watch my own films." And I'm like, what the fuck? What kind of like? And that's kind of when I stopped liking Werner Herzog, because I thought that was such a pretentious fucking answer. That he's a filmmaker and he's like, I don't watch other people's movies. I don't have favorite. Like, what the fuck, dude? And so I've sort of lost my. I was really into Werner Herzog for a while, but now I'm like, yeah, this guy's a little fucking pretentious. And now I realized I think that is what Neil Breen is. He's a pretentious guy who thinks he's the best. If you see any of his posts on Twitter or whatever, he says, "My new feature film," which is not a midnight movie, because everyone calls these, popcorn midnight, Rocky Horror Picture stuff. This is a feature film, not a midnight movie. My new feature film is coming out, and all this stuff. Like, he treats it like, he fucking made the Odyssey, and I think that delusion is what's feeding back into his movies and making these things so strange. So even when he makes weird choices on set, it doesn't react like, oh wait, humans wouldn't do that. That's not a line someone would say. You know what I mean? That doesn't make logical sense because of this and this happening. So that logic part of his brain doesn't exist because he's so blinded by his ego, I guess, and that's
Hubris.
what affects the movies. His hubris. That's a good one. And this movie to me is sort of the height of his hubris, because I think it is. It's not as complicated as his other movies. It doesn't have the heavy. Later, he starts using green screen, and it looks awful. Like, look, we were all kind of making fun of like the broken building in his later movies. He just has a green screen, and it's a fucking still image of a building, and he's just standing in front of it, and it's so lazy and so boring that it takes any kind of energy out of the movies. Because you're just literally looking at him standing on a green screen, or it's actors standing in front of, like, oh, instead of him renting a mansion, it's a picture of a mansion and they're standing in front of it. It's so bad. those movies I think he's gotten lazy. Dire Duplicity, by the way, his new one doesn't have any of that. He goes back to Fateful Findings real stuff, which is good, but it's a terrible movie. But here, this is the movie that has. I mean, he does have a little green screen when he's doing his thing at the end. This is sort of him flirting with that concept that he goes into more later. But this movie has it all. I mean, it's the hacker thing, which we first saw in Double Down. His sort of messiah complex to save the world from government banking, whatever, international and national and international banking or whatever the fuck. And, all that stuff. Romances with young women, magic rocks. Everything is in this movie, and to me, it's not a good movie. 100% not a good movie. And I'm really debating how to rate this, because I will admit on Letterboxd I've given this 5 stars. I love this movie as a piece of cinema because it is unlike anything I've ever seen, and I will absolutely revisit this. I probably watch it once a year because it's such a special movie to me. It's not a good movie. It's not a good movie.
You should always go for what entertains you, and if this movie entertains the hell out of you, then give it 5 stars, 5 downs.
I might, and I mentioned when I picked these, I wasn't expecting these to get straight zeros, but we'll see. But regardless, this is a very special movie, unique above any other of Neil Breen's work. Absolutely his magnum opus, and I don't think you need to go any further in his oeuvre. I doubt the bottom row is going to. I think they're done. But if you really enjoyed Fateful Findings, I think you should maybe watch Twisted Pair, and then that's it. The rest of them just fall apart at that point. Those are my opening thoughts. This, to me, this is a very special movie, but I know I'm in the minority. Okay, Aaron, final thoughts and ratings.
Okay, I took the rating for this one the way that like we're watching bad movies, right? And 0 is like the movie doesn't entertain me at all, and like 5 like really entertains me. This one really entertains me. I think where we've seen the other Breen films, we get a special appreciation for this, especially if you've seen the later stuff. But this is fun. It was a magical day watching these films.
It was a magical day.
It was a magical day.
Magical day.
But I dug the heck out of this one. I like the cheesy craziness of it. For me, it is kind of roomish in the way that it's done. And I do think that, watch the twin one. And you don't have to watch the rest of Cade, I think, is one of the twins. So, but don't watch the rest of the twin stuff. You can stop with that one, because after that, it gets really bad. And the green screen stuff, there's one, I'm not sure which one it is, where it's almost all on green screen. There's like this hospital, and there's people in this like car, and he's kind of like,
yes, that's Cade the Tortured Crossing. That one's horrible.
Yeah, that was so bad, and not in a fun way.
No, not.
But
in a
this
fun
one
way.
was. This was definitely in more of a fun one for me. So yes, on the scale, on the VOYAGE scale, I enjoyed this. I wasn't bored. Unlike you, this is probably like a once a year watch for me. Usually with somebody that I know. There's certain movies that I watch over and over again. If you come to my house, there's certain movies that make you watch. Neil Gunn Massacre is one of those. Things is another one of those. So
Yes.
I would say, what do you think, Pixie and me say it's a 5-star for this.
Wow.
She agrees with me, and she's giving me a cuddle for that. So yeah, there's my final thoughts.
I love it. Okay, real quick, forgot to rewind. Says bullet talking smack for someone who has a poster of Alien Private Eye in his wall.
Alien Private Eye, it's amazing. Okay, that's entertainment.
Yeah. Sydney says a bullet is convinced that 3 in the top row have a gas leak in their house. That's probably. Probably what's happening. Forgot to rewind. Also says, I think we've glitched out into the Breenerverse because you guys are being ridiculously generous with this dumpster fire.
There you go.
It is. Here's the thing. It is a dumpster fire, but it's so fun to watch. I don't know. I think it's just such a good movie. All right, 5 for you. Very good. BC.
All right. Well, one thing that none of us have mentioned, that he's so what's the word you called him? Arrogant. That he doesn't have a Toyota hit him. He doesn't have a Honda hit him. He has a Rolls Royce hit him. I thought that right there was. I mean, and he went. He rented a Rolls Royce, and like LD said, it didn't look real, but you guys, movie maker friends, said that that's easy to do, but it looked wow. I thought it was a stuntman. It wasn't a stuntman.
No, it was him, but he doesn't really get hit by the car. Well, basically, the way
I
think
saw
he
the
did it
guy
was,
go like that.
well, he's here, and then the car's here, and then it just kind of pushes the frame, so it kind of looks like he
Okay,
got hit.
okay.
That's how I would pull it off.
Well, I'm a little biased because I saw this with MC when he. I think it was it one of your Halloween parties that we saw it at, or was it just me and you, or was it anybody else? I don't recall.
No, I
But-
remember the first time we watched it was back in Miami when I came back to visit. We watched it at TC's house.
Oh, really? Okay, okay.
That
So
was the-
I'm
That
biased,
was the first time.
and just laughing with your friends. And there's this one movie called Son of Dracula. Do you remember MC that we saw in Los Angeles, but not any traditional son of, not the European or American. This is Bollywood,
Turkish?
right? It was the Bollywood one, right?
Yeah, yeah.
It was absolute garbage, but I had so much fun with it. This movie is the same thing. It is a bad movie, yes. Is it garbage? Yes. But I just can't give it 5 anymore because I saw it by myself here. Guillermo wasn't available. So I'm gonna go somewhere towards the middle, 2.5 barrels.
2.5. Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
And I liked at the end where he doesn't watch movies, but I'm sure he watches the news. And when people get into deep shit and they're facing a lifetime in prison, what do? Suicide off themselves. So he has. Sorry, these are some spoilers, but I know your MC doesn't mind.
Fine.
He has all the politicians commit suicide in different ways,
Oh,
and
right.
it looks so freaking funny. That was so
hilarious.
ridiculous. That was hilarious. Oh man, it's like, oh no, and the politicians are like, yes, I'm paraphrasing, but they're like, yes, I've been bad. I've lied to the people. I've defrauded. I've done this and that, and then the next scene, either shoot, or one lady is in the car with the yeah, the
awesome.
gas, yeah. So that I'm done.
Classic. Hey, LD. Don't worry. You can save your breath. 5 stars, 5 barrels for LD. Okay.
Yes.
Go ahead.
Yeah. Again, I was so pissed off because I felt like this movie could have been something. It could have been something special, but it just wasn't. I'm giving this 0 barrels and 1 naked man in a black room. Because, which, again, do we know what that was? No, because Neil doesn't want to talk about it. We're supposed to just know what that means. You know, just this is just such a weird level of weirdness, you know. I mean, again, his fetish is looking at young girls, not kissing them, but just looking at them. And yeah, I totally forgot. And you reminded me, BC, about how during his speech, all the politicians are just committing suicide because, of course, logically, right?
Right.
No. And if this black rock is so freaking magic, why couldn't he just use that to make everybody change? You know.
LD, I wanted to mention one thing. I don't know if anybody has this guess. Sorry for interrupting, by the way, but you kept the naked man in the black room, which are like trash bags. My theory is that they're inside the magic rock.
Well, it would have been great if somebody talked about it.
That was my assumption.
And I don't think you're wrong, but I would have. Sometimes you can't always just leave things out there. Sometimes it can't just exist in your own head, you know, because the audience is not always going to see what's in your head. You know, if there was some way they could have. Oh, and at some point he's in the black room naked with another girl. Do we understand that? No, because I'm Neil Breen and I don't want to explain shit. But anyway, so yeah. Again, and I felt bad that I'm giving this a lower rating than I Am Here Now. But again, I'm just so pissed off at this film. It could have been something special, but it wasn't. It's just Neil Breen wanting to be weird for weirdness' sake and wanting to be the hero of his own story again.
And he succeeds, honestly. Okay, so what did you say? Five barrels?
No,
0
MC,
barrels and 1 naked man in a black trash bag room.
MC, you're correct. LD Madeira 0. Bullet is the one that has the 5 barrels.
Oh, right.
The rest of us. Yeah.
All right, Dan, I'm expecting you to bring this one around. What did you think about Fateful Findings, the classic piece of cinema that probably defined cinema for a generation?
I think the man in the black box was me watching that film. I felt like I was trapped in a black box, and that was my head. It was black. There was nothing in it because it was just like I felt like I was getting dumber or whatever, just staring at the screen. I just randomly when you talked, I think you talked about that sex scene when he gets in the shower, like he's naked, right? And his wife's not naked. She's wearing like a dress, but it's clearly see-through. It's like it's getting soaking wet, and this is what they're doing.
Mannequin sex.
Yeah.
For a while, it keeps going like
yeah.
that. Anyway, that image just came back to me, so I
It
had
was
to
erotic.
I had to put it back
film.
in all your heads too. This is 0 barrels for me, and it's not because I necessarily think it's any worse than the first one is. It's just it was so much harder to get through than the first one. And I found I don't know what this fun is you guys keep talking about. You found in it because I didn't find it anywhere. So, 0 barrels for me on this one.
The fun is there, man. It's one of those things where, like, honestly, you might have to make it yourself, but it's there. It's there. It brings a lot of joy to my life personally. Okay, Blake. I'm sure you can't wait to tell me how much you enjoyed this movie. Before I do that, I do want to say real quick, Shasha isn't here. She does give me her rating. It is 1 barrel, and her reasoning is she loves this sequence, which is the mic holders are just PVC tees, and there's the rock actually that we've been talking about, him fingering the little rock there. And now as a gift to my guests here for tonight, I will be sending you a magic rock in the mail for you to finger at your heart's delight. Okay, Blake, take it away.
Yeah, there's no fun here. There's no value to this movie. It's awful. I don't understand like Dan said. Where's the fun? This wasn't fun for me. This good God, it's just a terrible movie. He's not a good filmmaker. He needs to stop making films.
Blasphemy.
I dead ass. I think of myself as someone who will watch anything once. Like, I will put on a movie, and if I start it, I'm usually going to finish it. There's been very few that I haven't. This one, if it weren't for the show, I would have turned it off and never ever finished it. I didn't care how it concluded. I don't even know if he knew where it was going to conclude when he started making it. So it's like it's awful. Is it worse than the other one? I'm not sure, but I think I hate it more just because of how MC talked about it before. I think his passion for it just made me despise how bad it was. Like on a worse, like it's just awful. I'm trying to find a better word for it, but realistically, that one sums it up. It's a bad fucking movie. 0 barrels from me. Bad.
Wow. Well, I understand that. I understand that.
God, it's bad.
Sorry, Blake. I can't help you, man. Can't help you out of this one.
There's we've talked about it before. The scene where the friend's dead, not committed suicide. The friend's been shot by the wife. He's bleeding to death. And this is a tip for all actors. In the middle of your take, just go ahead and repeat the lines with different versions, because you never know what you're going to end up with. It might help the editor. And this is what, by the way, don't do that. But this is what Neil does. I cannot believe you committed suicide. I cannot believe you committed suicide. I cannot believe you commit. And it's one of those things like, what are these choices he's making? I don't understand him, but at the same time, I kind of love him because he makes these choices. Now, look, the first pass, I was glazing the movie. Here's some of my negatives. I do have some negatives, Blake. Okay, so there you go. You can relax. I haven't completely lost my mind. Okay, Neil has zero charisma, and and it looks like his female co-stars were in physical pain every time they got near him.
I'm in physical pain right now after watching this.
It lingers, man. It just stays with you.
It's clear Neil had no idea what this movie was going to be about, because it morphs in a very inorganic way. First, it starts out with a goofy car accident. Then it becomes a boring soap opera about people addicted to pills and alcohol. And then finally, it ends up being about government hacking and exposing corruption. Neil has real talent. And that sounds crazy. But that's to find the worst actors in the world and make every scene as awkward as possible. I don't think there's any other filmmaker who could make a movie like Neil Breen makes a movie. And, it's like, look, the Polonia brothers, crap ass shit. They started crap. They're still crap. They have not improved. I'm sorry, VC. They have not improved. They can't get any better. Neil Breen somehow has patterned this kind of filmmaking that is almost like what Tommy Wiseau wishes he could be. I really wish we got more Tommy Wiseau movies. We don't have it, but Neil Breen is really filling that need. And I love these movies. The Birdemic movies, yes, I own them. I do like them. The third one's a piece of shit, but they're all pieces of shit. But they're all fun to watch. I enjoy these types of movies. They're not for everybody. But it doesn't necessarily discount it as garbage. However, in the broad sense of the term, this is a horrible movie. Badly made. Everything is bad. Sound, acting, the lighting, everything about it is bad. Nothing makes sense. It almost feels like, going right back to it, an alien made this movie. Yeah. So I think Neil Breen is a fucking alien. I think that's ultimately the point of my feelings on him. I do think he is not a human being. And I wish I had this. I don't have the full scene, but one of my favorite sequences. My wife nearly had a heart attack watching the sequence of laughter. He's working on his hacking or his books or whatever the fuck he's doing, and she brings him a salad, but the salad is just fucking dry leaves, like just fucking dry spinach, and she sits there to watch him eat dry leaves, and he's just like choking it down, like with no water or anything, like he's a fucking a giraffe. And it is the most awkward sequence, and literally, like, she was red in the face, like about to pass out from all the laughter, because like, who would do that scene? Why would you put that in there? Why would you? No one eats salad like that. Ultimately, Neil Breen isn't a human being, but whatever he is, I love this movie. 5 barrels. I think this is a great fucking movie. I think this is so good. And I was honestly gonna say, okay, it's really bad, blah blah. Technically, on a Voyage scale, it is a 0. And it is my pick, so I would have wanted the 0, but Aaron loved it just as much as I did, and my Letterboxd is a 5, so I can't give it 5 on Letterboxd and 0 here, so it's 5 barrels, which makes this, I think, probably the highest rated movie in Voyage history. Or maybe not. Maybe Convent is. I'd have to go back and check, but This is currently at 15 and a half barrels. And that's not including the guests, because the guests exist outside of our rating window. I Am Here Now is at 2.5, and it's currently the winner for season 6. So basically, Dan, what we do at the end of the season, after we've all had our turn twice, we pick the worst movie of the season, and it's usually the one with the lowest rating, usually the one that gets the 0. So far, nothing's gotten a straight 0 from everybody. But I Am Here Now right now is in the running for 2.5. Whew. That has been a supersized Neil Breen episode. We do have a question from the audience, and then we're going to spin the wheel and pick the next host. So, guys, make sure you have your movies ready. Those of you who know you're going to go next. This is a quick one from Forgot to Rewind. Inquiring minds want to know, who is each of your favorite filmmakers? It might be a tall order, but Blake, we'll start with you.
I mean, like, Tarantino and Robert Rodriguez are the two that I gravitate to the most. That's why Grindhouse is like so special to me, because I saw that and it was both of my favorite directors who made a whole movie to watch together. I feel like so many people say Tarantino, but honestly, he doesn't have a bad movie for me. And if I had to make a third pick, it would probably be, honestly, Guy Ritchie.
Okay.
Outside of Swept Away, he doesn't have a bad movie either, but like he's up there for me. I love Guy Ritchie.
Did you watch In the Gray? I didn't like that one.
Was that the one from
That's the new one. That's the one with Henry Cavill.
Hold on, let me see.
It just came out.
Yeah, you know what? That's one of his lower ones for me, but it was more entertaining than these.
Sure. Well, yeah.
Yeah, like I think I still gave that one like 3 stars. So it's like, you know.
Okay. Great. Dan, favorite filmmaker?
Werner Herzog and Neil Breen.
I knew it. I had a feeling. No, seriously, you can.
Okay.
Don't embarrass yourself.
What's my favorite film? A lot of times I think it's P.T. Anderson. It's my favorite filmmaker.
Okay.
Like all of his movies, even the ones that are not as good, I still get something out of them. And then maybe David Lynch. I love David Lynch movies.
Okay.
So I go with those two. Those are my 2 favorite
Right.
movies. Yeah.
Okay. Sounds good. LD, who do you have as a favorite filmmaker?
I think I'm going to agree with Blake. I like Guy Ritchie. I like a lot of his stuff, and not all the time, but here and there, I like some of Clive Barker's stuff.
Okay. Really, really good stuff. Okay, and BC.
Well, I love Kubrick. I haven't been disappointed with any of his films.
Mm-hmm.
And Ingmar Bergman, because he really, if you want to see a good drama that is about real people, I mean, like that, he just I don't know how he knows so much about human behavior, but it's just so well done in Bergman films, his dramas. So those 2 directors.
Okay. Excellent. Aaron?
God, there's guys have mentioned some of the great ones. There's Kubrick, there's Lynch. I love those guys. But some of the ones that like inspired me the most. I really like Cronenberg. I've always been a big Cronenberg fan. I like the body horror type stuff. But for me, not a solid director all the way through, but I guess the one that's most influenced my life is Bob Clark. Black Christmas '74 is my favorite movie. Not favorite horror movie. It's my favorite movie. It's the one that got me interested in studying film. But there's a guy that went on to do stuff like Murder by Decree, and he did Porky's, and later his Baby Geniuses, for crying out loud. He has such an eclectic film mind. He just does so many different things, but does them so well. He made one of the best horror films, best seasonal horror films, in A Black Christmas, and then he went back to Christmas and made A Christmas Story. He made one of the best family Christmas comedies, and then made an teen adult comedy with Porky's, and put in like kind of messages, like sort of in some of those there on racism and anti-Semitism and stuff like that. He just did some genius stuff in places we wouldn't expect it to do, and he made it work. So I've always been a big fan of Bob Clark. I've watched probably Black Christmas more than anything else. I think the only film that's come close is probably Wizard of Oz. But yeah, Black Christmas. Bob Clark.
Great. Okay, nobody mentioned these guys, but obviously as a filmmaker, there's a deep bench of people that I rely on, especially visually. I'll be like, oh, it's going to be something like this movie, and then I'll show them a still. I'm like, oh, okay, we get it. Akira Kurosawa, I love all of his movies. I think he's an incredible artist. Frank Capra, I love how he treats human beings in his movies. John Carpenter, because his movies are so fucking fun, and I want all my movies to be fucking fun, and that's always my North Star. Does this feel like a John Carpenter movie? And usually that's when I give my composer, whether it's Harry Manfredini or whoever, I will usually say, hey, listen to this bit of music from, either Prince of Darkness or The Fog. That's usually kind of what I lean on musically. John Carpenter is very much somebody that inspired my style in filmmaking. Those three gentlemen, absolutely love those guys. That would be my answer. And with that, Neil Breen, because he's an incredible filmmaker and everyone loves him. Let's spin the wheel. Because Shasha isn't here, she will be left off the wheel. But we will add her next episode. So out of the three members of Voyage, last person standing will go next. And then that person will tell us what next. What the hell? Fuck did I do? Okay, I don't know. I'm going to click here. Here we go. Last person standing will go next. And then we'll see what next episode is. Ooh. All right. Blake has been removed. Okay, between Aaron and BC. Here we go. Oh, is it slowing down? Oh, looks like it will be Aaron Pin.
Oh, okay. I was dreading that. I have the movies here, but we haven't done Champagne and Bullets. I really think we should do that.
If there's a way to find it, then I'm up for it.
I'm see, because I did two animation ones first, because I'm a big Sergio Santiago guy, who made a lot of movies for Corman, and there's a Sergio Santiago animated film on Tubi called Aladdin and the Adventure of All Time.
Oh God!
Is that what we're doing?
Atrocious. Oh yes, we are.
Oh man!
if we can do Champagne and Bullets, that'll be number 2. If we can't, ready for the backup? Are you ready for the backup? If we can't,
what's the other one?
So, who liked Finding Nemo? Like
all of us.
Yeah,
well, okay, so there's a version of Finding Nemo on Tubi, except it's called Finding Jesus.
No.
Fish.
Oh my God!
So bad.
Wow.
Holy shit.
Look at that. Does that look amazing?
Dive into a world of faith and friends.
Those are going to be zeros all day. Good Lord.
Guys, have faith, okay? This might be
That is better.
Have faith.
Better animation than the Aladdin one. I'll tell you that much right now. Because if you see the Aladdin one, the animation of that is.
The Aladdin
let's
one
see.
Oh no.
Oh, look how happy he is.
Well, no, I guess it's just posters. Okay.
And that's Sergio Santiago, who's made the mothers and stuff like that. So yeah.
That's crazy.
Cartoon
Wow.
double feature? Really?
Yeah.
Oh boy.
Oh my God.
Guys,
So you want to hope that Champagne and Bullets out there? If not.
I mean, no. I think let's think of the animated because we did animated once. Oh, there's a second one.
Yeah.
Oh
No.
my God.
Of
Oh
course.
my
I almost did
God.
1 and 2, but I wanted to break it up a little bit.
Let's bring it up for next time. Finding
God,
Jesus.
that fish is looking at us like Neil Breen would look at us if he's on top of us.
Yeah.
Yes.
Hey, what's creepier, Neil Breen or Jesus Fish?
Neil Breen.
Yeah, no
Yeah.
way.
Neil Breen.
For a minute I thought you were gonna say because I know the Asylum did I'm pretty sure they did a ripoff of whatever of Finding Nemo, but no, this is very, very special. Wow, this is a kudos to you, sir. This is an incredible find. I'm very impressed. This is pretty bad.
I spent hours looking for these.
This is exceptional, man. Yeah, good choice.
Oh my god!
So it's gonna be Finding Jesus and Aladdin.
Yeah, Aladdin and the Adventure of All Time.
That's actually better than the animation.
Wow, fantastic. Okay, phenomenal. I love it. That's next episode of Voyage. It will be over there on the Cult of Cinema sometime in September. We'll figure out a date. Okie dokie, that's a wrap. We're going in on 2 hours here. Supersized Neil Breen episode. Of course, it's bursting at the seams with as they say, Neil Breen's raw charisma and juice. So let's let the audience cool down and say our farewells. Aaron, go ahead and pimp anything out and say your farewells.
Well, right now it's kind of things. In October, I'm going to San Diego Comic-Con in Malacca, the international version of San Diego Comic-Con. It's happening now. It's their second year, so it should be interesting to see how it goes. I am on with Kevin next week sometime I'm actually doing some wrestling stuff. So we're going to be reviewing All In after it happens. I've been actually trying to bone up on some wrestling stuff lately. Today I sat down before this and watched Ring of Honor. It was a 5-hour show. So that was interesting. So I got some stuff coming up in October. I'm actually want to talk to some of you guys later on this month because I like to get you guys in for October. Like have something fun happen. Anyway, just keep an eye out. Stuff coming up.
Excellent.
One more thing. I do think that these movies prove that alien life exists because Neil Breen is not you.
Yeah, absolutely. There he is. That's what he really looks like. It's not a mask. BC, what do you got going on?
Well, this month is almost over. I haven't gotten for September my Behind the Bee interviewer. The last one I had was What Movie Won, and that video is getting a lot of views. He was a great person to talk with and get to know more about. I'm trying to get Cinestalker. I've talked to him on and off, but we'll see what happens. But the usual Thursday, once a week Thursday uploads, whether it's an experiment or a classics. And the classic that we're going to do is one of your all-time favorite movies, Master Chaos, Jaws. So nice. I already filmed the video. Going up Thursday. So expect every Thursday a video review from Brother Chaos channel. That's it.
Excellent. Doc Kaiju with his review of Fateful Findings. He says, the movie was a disappointment. The Rock wasn't cooking. Very good. And Brian Trash says his favorite filmmakers are Romero, Russ Meyer, and Doris Wishman. Great choices.
Oh, nice.
Romero, not so much for me, but Russ Meyer and Doris Wishman, fantastic stuff. LD, where can people find you? What's going on?
Yeah, check out my website, ldmadera.com. I have some cool merch there if you like to purchase some shirts and hats and some cool stickers. I'm all over Instagram. I got a couple of shows coming up. If you're in the Miami area, in the South Florida area, I'll be doing my magician character, David Magnifico, at Just the Funny. I'm always performing in improv festivals around Florida and across the country. Of course, I'm a manager of my theater, Just the Funny, in Miami. Feel free to check it out. Miami's home for comedy since 1999. And check out my podcast, Improv and Magic. There's actually an episode where I interviewed Master Chaos. That's a fun episode. You can find that on pretty much any podcast platform, Spotify, Apple, and wherever. Improv and Magic, my interviews with great improvisers, great magicians, and people in between. And that's all I got.
In between. There you go. Yes, I was one of the in-between ones for you.
Yeah.
It was very, very awesome to be on, man. Thank you for joining me, buddy. and we'll have you back, and I'll just make sure the movie's painful because I love hearing you suffer. So makes me
I know
happy.
you do.
Dan, same with you, man. I'm so glad you had a painful experience, man. It really fills me with joy. Where can people find you? What's going on with you?
Well, if you want to check out, I have a new film that came out. We put it straight to YouTube after our distribution deals had a little problems going on. So you can just stream it for free on YouTube now. It's called Velocity. So if you Google Velocity film, put my name in there, Dan Sinclair. It'll come. It should be able to come right up.
I'll add the link to the description when we're off, so people can find it that way.
Sweet. Yeah, that's probably a lot easier to do it that way. Other than that, I just had a horror short story published in a place called The Bleeding Margin. If you want a digital copy of that, you can go to capitalhorror.com and find that. Other than that, that's my handle under there, The Dan Sinclair. That's for Instagram and a bunch of other stuff. If you want to follow me on any of that stuff, please feel free to do so. Thanks for having me, though. This was a lot of fun. As torturous as it was a lot of fun to do.
Good. I'm so glad. I'm glad you had a good time. I mean, in retrospect, and not during, but in retrospect.
Yeah, absolutely.
Blake, what's going on, man? What are you doing? Why you look so sad, dude? You just saw a Neil Breen movie. Be happy.
Oh God, no. Well, I have a couple unboxings coming out because I realized when my July Vinegar Syndrome unboxing or package showed up that I didn't ever upload my August one or my July. Yeah, my July one I never uploaded, and I gotta do that. And I have the Kill Bill unboxing that's still gotta be up there at some point. Other than that, Shooting the Shit with Bullet, that's coming up this week. We're talking sequels that shouldn't exist. Rewind and Reload is the last Sunday of the month, and Midnight Movie Morgue is on the first Monday of next month. So stuff coming out.
And then the first of September, you and I reunite for Vinegar Syndrome. What the fuckery?
As always, it better not be Punk Vacation or whatever the Psycho Punk, whatever the hell they keep.
It looks like it from the picture.
Let's not like a 4K release. I don't need. I don't want.
Is that really what's been hinted at? That's ridiculous.
The picture looks a lot like it.
Did you see the picture?
No. Oh, I gotta look at that. What the fuck? That's awful.
4K of that. I'm so fucking pissed off for real.
They called it the Rad something, so I'm assuming that's when Rad 4K is coming out. But I don't know. Story for another time. Here on the channel, I'm here every Tuesday night for Tuesdays After Dark. That's sort of the main show here, and then of course the Vinegar Syndromes, and then the Voyages. Rotating hosts in different channels. As always, I am starting a publishing company, so I'm busy. Working on getting my book ready for October, which you'll hear more about a little later when it's ready to be announced and hopefully pre-ordered by you guys out there. Help me out. If you know a child who wants the crap scared out of them and you want to give them a gateway drug to horror, I'm starting a Goosebumps series of books and hoping that it'll go well. I'm having a lot of fun with that, and I love having the agency and the control over my own career instead of having to worry about agents or producers, and so I'm having a good time. I'm enjoying that process. That's keeping me busy. I will be going to Horror Nights a lot because my daughter's acting in Universal Horror Nights this year, so I'm probably going to be doing some Horror Nights content, filming the mazes and stuff just for fun. If you're into that, I will be bringing some of that. But that's it for now. Here on A Voyage to the Bottom of the Barrel, we've done it. Neil Breen. Should we do a moratorium? No more Neil Breen? I know Blake probably says yes.
Yes.
Probably.
Aaron, what do you say? No more Breen?
I do kind of want to do the twin one. I won't put the moratorium out there yet, but I understand Blake's pain.
BC, I know you enjoyed these, but do you think these are too easy, like the Polonia Brothers?
I'm good either way. I wouldn't mind doing another Voyage with Breen movies.
Okay.
Honestly. I consider myself a bad movie masochist. Yes, I do suffer while I'm watching bad movies, especially with I Am Here Now. But when I watch it the second and then the third time, it's like the pain morphs into in certain enjoyment. So I'm not against blocking Breen movies.
All right. Well, we'll leave them. We'll leave them available for now. Lady Shasha is not here to chime in, but that is. I know Dan and LD would say no, but since they're guests, their vote is sort of combined. And
All right, so we got
Josh
four of
isn't
us
here.
that wouldn't mind more Breen movies, right?
Fuck that.
3.
Yes, yeah, perfect.
Great. Okay. Well, that's 3-1, Blake. Sorry. Breen is still available on the table, but that means you can pick a Breen movie next. You know,
Well,
it's
I've had my next two picked since the end of last season, actually. So
okay. Exciting. I can't wait. All right, folks. Thank you for joining us at home. It's been an honor and a pleasure to be with you. You guys rock and roll. We appreciate you very much. Thanks for joining us. I'll see you Tuesday. The rest of these guys will see you some other time if you track them down. And remember, Neil Breen is the best filmmaker of all time. And yes, Alien Private Eye sucks.
Yeah. Y'all ready?